Jai Hind everyone, welcome again to the Patriotic IAS. This will be our IAS PCSwala Daily Current Affairs. Under that we will discuss the major relevant topic from the newspaper. So we have 8 topics that we are going to discuss. We will discuss all this topic in a very holistic manner with the relevance with the different papers of the mains as well as different topics of the prelims. We try to interrelate with each other. Okay. So this will be our approach. First we will discuss all these topics. We will also discuss one of the topic and the mains answer writing practice from that particular topic that is the most relevant and very much crucial as per relevance from the GS paper mains. Okay. And we will also try to practice few of the questions from the prelims perspective, and in the last we will provide the PDF of whatever we have discussed. So this will be like a holistic, a complete package for the current affairs. So the first topic that we are going to take is the employment scenario, and it is coming from the International Labour Organization, so ILO. So it will be for the prelims as well as for the mains. We know that in the GS paper 3, there is the economic section. In the economic section, we have the topic unemployment and equality and inequality. Okay, so we will cover from there. Then we will study that sensing China's threat, India joins Sri Lanka in the race to seabed mining. So there is a place into the Indian Ocean where we are going to bid, and there is the chances that the crucial element like the cobalt is present there. So we are going to mine. Till now in the open sea it is very difficult to mine, but yes, due to the Chinese surveillance, Chinese reconnaissance, we are sensing a threat, and that's why we are going there. So it is for it will be part of the GS paper 1 geography section as well as GS paper 3 resources, that will under the economy. Even this comes under the IR because here the Chinese angle is there. So there is the 3 overlapping area. So this is very important. So it is for the mains. Then we will study a cry for the help, a call for the reflection and the action. So here we will try to discuss in a very comprehensive manner. So that we will try to know that what is the condition of those students that are facing the pressures from the parents as well as from the society. So there is the very holistic discussion. We will try to write a mains answer on this. So it is means specific. After that, we will study that there has been the resolution into UN Security Council and changing stand of the US. So again, it will be for the mains. Already we have covered this, just it will be a brief recap so that we can revise, we can retain. After that we will study the democratic political process is broken. So here we will again study that what is the condition, what is need of a society. Just we need to defeat a particular party or the ideology, or we need a dialogue between the different group, and this is the work of the social those organizations, those who are working into as the civil society. So we will study again, this is the mains specific. This is very much chances that such type of the question being asked into the essay paper. After that, we will study that the set the wheel in the motion for the cyclist manifesto. So here we will study that how the bicycle distribution and the scheme and the different approach and initiative from the different state government as well as the central government is helping, and what are the needed, what are the lacuna in the development of the infrastructure. So again, it will be for the mains perspective. Then we will study the need to curb the black carbon emissions. So again, it will be for the GS paper 3 and environment. It is the environment. Okay. Environment. Okay. Here the spelling, there has been the mistake. GS paper 2 also, there are the schemes such as the PM Ujjwala Yojana that has impacted this black carbon emission. Again, it will be for the mains perspective. And in the last, we will study that can AI help navigating the mental health. Again, the use of the technology into the day-to-day life. This will be for the mains GS paper 3. So again, it will be mains specific. Let's start with the front page. The front page that we start with this tussle. There has been the turmoil into the Delhi. It is due to the arrest of AAP and the Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal, and there has been the protest from the AAP against this arrest, and there is the protest by the BJP as well for the resignation of the CM, because CM has not given resignation. So there is nothing that much important. Just you should know that under section 144, this the code of the criminal procedure, there is the ban that a particular number of the people, it is 5 to 6 people, more than that people they cannot assemble. So please remember this, why this section 144 is used, and it is a part of the IPC. Now it is the Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita. Okay. Next important news is this employment scenario into the India green, says the ILO report. This is very important. There has been a lot of confusion with respect to the how this employment scenario is going on, and there is some of the clarity that we will get from this employment report. It is talking that the unemployed youth, the number of the share of the unemployed youth that has been doubled, and particularly those youth that are educated, and it is into the last 20 years from the 2000 to 2022. This is the scenario in India. The youth of India, 65% of them are unemployed. This is the case. It is not the 65%. It is the 83% of the unemployed workforce in India. They are the youngest. So this is the condition. This is the picture. Okay. Further, it is talking about the despite the indicators such as the level for participation, workers population ratio, and unemployment ratio deteriorated between the 2000 to 2018. Okay. But it showed improvement after the 2019. But the thing is that it was during the economic distress when there was the lot of shock. Okay, and there was the need for the more employment. Okay, so here you should be clear about the what is the level for participation. So it is the percentage of working age population, and this is the working age population that is considered as those who are 15 or the above 15 years. This is the criteria. Okay, they are either employed or actively seeking employment. So here it includes the employed as well as unemployed, but they want, even those who are unemployed, they want employment. So they seeking actively employment. That is the case. Okay. So you should not confuse that this labor force participant, this doesn't give the indication of the employment. This gives indication that how much people are ready to work, and employed workers population ratio, this gives the how much people are the employed. So this is the percentage of working age. Okay, so this is the working age population, and that is employed. This gives the exact picture of the employment. Otherwise, this labor force participation, this gives the indication that how much people are intended to work. So please be very careful. Even this for this labor force participation for the women's, it is very low. It is near about the 30%. So that much low. There is so much low desire for the people to participate. Even they desire, but the social condition doesn't allow. The double burden of women, it also doesn't allow to give into the participation, because when they start employed, they have to work into the household activities as well as they have to work into the office. So the burden increase, and there is the famous quotation that just giving employment to the woman doesn't work and doesn't empower her. It's create the more operation, because until and unless the male member going to participate into the household work, until and unless they are going to share the household chores and the other responsibility within the four wall of the house, also the outside the four wall of the house, then the women empowerment is there. Otherwise, if they are going to walk into the house as well as they are going to walk into the office, so they will have the burden of the office, as well as when they come to the house, they have to work for like the cooking, like the cleaning the clothes and cleaning the house. All these things increase the burden. So please be very careful. That just suggesting that whenever you are asked about the empowerment of the women, you shouldn't just reply that employment. You have to say that equal equal responsibility and sharing of the whatever the responsibilities of the women is in the household, that should be the shared by the male member, man. Okay, the main member, male member. Okay, so please remember, so here it is giving that the employed plus unemployed both are there, and it is divided by the working age population. So there are the, in the working age population, they have the more than 15 years, but they don't want to work. So they will be not part of the labor force participation. Maybe they want to more education, they are waiting for the better job. So there will be the big condition that they don't want to participate now, they will wait here. Okay, so this is the case. This number will be always more than this number. So please be remember, this is not possible that this number is going to be more than that, because it will be employed people plus unemployed people. Okay, and plus those who don't want to do work, any work. Okay, so this will be the case. So please be very careful. Okay. Then unemployment rate, this is talking about the percent of labor force, those who are into the work, those who want to, those who wants to do work, and despite that they are not able to find a work. Unable to find a work, that is the condition that shows the unemployment, unemployed ratio. Okay, so this is the, here it is giving unemployment rate. Okay, so this is the labor force, that will be employed person and unemployed person, and the unemployment person that will be in the here. Okay, so it will be divided by the labor force. So please be very careful, that is here. Beside that, there has been the relation that is given, that what this indicate, this shows the condition of the labor market activity, employment level and unemployed level, all that is indicated by this these three formulas. Okay. The main thing is that despite all this thing in the Indian economy, we are not able to growth, not able to provide the sufficient growth into the non-farm sector, and only the labor, if there is the creation of the work into the non-farm sector, only there is the possibility to improvement in the living conditions. So this is here. Okay. So the non-farm employment grew faster than the farm employment, but still it is not able to fulfill the demand of the overall population that is growing. Okay. Approximately 90% of the workers remained engaged into the informal work. Informal work means you go work on the daily basis. Daily you go, daily you get the wage. First thing is that. Second thing is that you go, you work on the monthly basis, but there is no protection. You are not registered into the government, with the government as the employee. Just it is the verbal contract. Maybe, for example, the work of the domestic help, this is like the informal. They come, there is no contract, there is no registration of the with the labor ministry. Okay, but the thing is that they work, so there is no job security. Maybe the employer any day can say that I don't need you, don't come from the tomorrow, take your money, take your salary. Okay, this is the case. This is the case with the, this is the case with the most of the employment, and that's why it is talking about the 90%. This is the very much unsafe, safe and unsecure. Okay, because any day, even into the many of the higher industry, I will give the example of the top coachings into the Delhi. Even they are giving the this. Training and coaching for the IS and PCS, that is the level, but they do not provide the security. They have the rule, they manipulate the rule. They can say any day, any time that please go, you don't, we don't need you. Okay, the such type of thing, maximum they do with the contextual, and that's why it is known as the contextualization. Okay, so there will be the no security such as the compensation after the whenever they are going to fire, or whenever there is the any decision in such a scenario. Okay, they also do not give the notice period and anything. Okay, so this is the thing here you should know. And mostly we saw that there has been the short-term contracts as well for the 6 month, 1 years. Okay, the other thing that is on the supply side, means from the where the workers are coming, and there is the lacuna in the workers. There is the lack of the skill, and we have found that the 75% of those workers, they cannot even send the mails, and they cannot send the mail with the attachment. This is the case. They cannot copy or the cut and the paste the file. This is the case. Okay, the 60% is the ratio. Okay, and the 90% cannot use the mathematical formula in spreadsheet. So this is the case. You can. This is the so simple. Despite that there is a 75%, and this is just so simple. But the 60% of the employer, those who want to employment, they don't have the such type of skill. Okay. Beside that, we see that the substantial gender gap means there has been the so much disparity, lack of the priority between the women's and the men's who are working into the same area, but there is the difference into the salary they are given. So the first thing is that beside that the difference into the hierarchy they achieve means at a particular level, after that they are not women's and the females are not allowed to go above that level, and this is known as the glass ceiling. Means there is the level, and after that you cannot further rise. So this is known as the glass ceiling, you should know. Okay, so this is all about from the this. Beside that, there has been the disparity into the on the cost basis, particularly the schedule cost and the schedule type, they are still not able to get the priority or the achieve that level that already the upper caste is there into the employment as well. Most of members from the SC and ST card, they are working into the informal job, and yes, they are working into that area that is not even the safe. So this is the condition. Okay. So here it is shown that they are into the low paid and temporary casual work that dominates and informal employment. Okay. So this is all about, you should be very careful. This is very important. UPSC is asking into the mains, and yes, they have asked, we will provide the question that has been asked into that basis into the previous year of the UPSC, and please, you should try to write the answer. Next topic that we are going to take, again very important. This topic that is talking about the sensing the China threat, India joins Sri Lanka in the race for the seabed mining and applies for the exploration right. So here is that we find that the Chinese is searching, Chinese is doing some surveillance, and they are there for the reconnaissance, and in that case we applied that we will do the mining. So this is the case here. It is the security region as well as the strategic region that we have opted for that. So what is the name of that is that particular location? It is the Nikitin Seamount, Afhanasi Nikitin Seamount. So Seamount, if this is the sea, and if there is the some of this extension of sea structure is like that, and the sea level is that. So it will be known as the seamount. So it is like the island, but the island is always above the sea level. Whenever it is below the sea level, this is known as the seamount. The same thing, we have the two names. If it depends upon the whether it is above the sea level or the below the sea level. If it is the below sea level, it is known as the seamount. If it is above sea level, then it is known as the island, and it's become the tourist destination. Here we go and enjoy, because around there is the sea and there is the beautiful scenic view around that. Okay. So here we found that the Chinese vessels, and they are conducting the reconnaissance, means they are getting the information what are there and other thing, and that's why we become very sensitive about the what type of the activity, because this is into the very heart of the Indian Ocean, and we don't want the Chinese presence. And the other thing is that it is rich in the cobalt, nickel, manganese, and the copper. So please remember that these are the a very crucial metal. They are the very critical metals, and they are very important. Okay. So you should know that this is into the open sea. What is the open sea? There is the limit that beyond a particular area, we have the jurisdiction, we have the rights to do the mining, but after that, that's become the international resource, and that's come under the international jurisdiction beyond the national jurisdiction, and this is known as the open sea. And most of the area of the sea into the world, 60% they are open sea. Okay, and the thing is that till now no country has commercially extracted the resource from the open sea or open ocean, despite lot of resources. Why? Because it is not viable, it is not the feasible. It means that to extract the just 10 rupees of the material, we need to spend 50 rupees of the material. For example, you will be thinking that if there is the so costly thing, so why we should not go? For example, if I will ask that there is the, if I will say that there is the some places I have put 100 rupees. I have put the 100 here. I have put the 100 rupees, and this is near about under the 200 meters of the earth surface. Okay, 200 meter. So it is 100 rupees. Despite the money is there, if you will go and ask a labor to dig all this thing, the labor will take near about 10,000 rupees to dig all this thing, and after that you will get the 100 rupees. This is the same case with the mining into the open sea. There is a lot of this is the deep sea, and there is no, it is not possible normally to go and extract. Lot of infrastructure creation is needed, and that's why it is not possible. But despite all this thing, we want to claim, maybe we will try to leave to create some of the structure. So here you should know that the there is the we have the right only for the exclusive right for the 200 miles, and this is known as the exclusive economic zone. Okay, so here you should know what are the different area. This is the exclusive economic zone, this is the contiguous zone, this is the okay, so territorial water, this is the territorial water, that is the 12 nautical miles from the your coast. Just let me explain that different area. For example, if Indian coast is like this, okay, and if from here you will go to the 12 nautical miles, nauticals, like the on the surface of the territory we go with the kilometer, same on the sea we will measure the distance with the nautical miles, and this one nautical mile is the near about 1.8 kilometer. This is the this is the relationship between the kilometer and the nautical mile. So this is the 12 kilometer, that is the territorial zone. From this baseline 24 kilometer nautical mile, this nautical miles, that is the contiguous zone, and from this sea to 200 nautical miles, this is the exclusive economic zone, exclusive economic zone. So please remember this. Okay, so here it has given into the figure as well. Okay, so here it is given into the figure as well. So contiguous, what is the baseline? Baseline is the connecting line of the territory. For example, if Indian, this is that. So if this point is there, if there is the one point, the outer point, and we will take this outer point, and when we connect to two outer points, this become the baseline. Baseline, because the coastal area is not like this. Coastal area is like this. Okay, there is lot of erosion in that point. So we baseline, it is not taken from here or here. This is the two connecting point, the outermost point, and we will connect, and from here we will take the distance. So you should know about what is the baseline. So the first, it is the baseline. After that, territorial sea, 12 nautical miles, then contiguous zone. This is the 24 nautical miles, and this exclusive economic zone, and this is the 200 nautical miles. And then comes the concept of the continental zone. So it is like the natural seabed extension. Maybe if under the sea this land area is extended for a long time, and this is part of the territory. Okay, so this is the part of the territory that is going to the further away, further far away into the sea area. That's why it will help into the extension of your right for the mining. And in the many times it goes to the 500 kilometer if this continental shelf is the extended inside the sea and the ocean. So that's why despite this land, the sea mount is outside the 200 kilometer, it is near about the far away, but still we are claiming. Why we are claiming? Because there is the chances that our continental shelf that has been the extended. Okay, so this is the Afanassin Nikitin seamount. So please remember this. This is very important because in the prelims they can ask it was into news and why it was into the news. Okay, so these rights, this continental shelf, all this is decided by this International Seabed Authority. Okay, and its headquarters it is into the Jamaica. Okay, so its capital of the Jamaica, that is the name of the country, is the Kingston. So please remember that this International Seabed Authority, and that's why India has approached to apply for this right on the particular area, and this is done under the by the International Seabed Authority. Okay, and this comes under the treaty that is known as the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. So this was the convention, and this came into the force into the 1994, and this treaty was signed into the 1992. Okay, so here I think it is given. Okay, 1982, and it came into force 1994. So please remember this thing. Okay. So yes, this is all about, and what is the key role and responsibility of the International Seabed Authority? So it's provide the issue for provide the exploration and exploitation contract, developing regulation, financial distribution, protecting the maritime environment. So it is, or these are the area where it's work. Okay. So you should also know what is the significance of UN clause, because the global maritime order, this is maintained by the UN clause. Resource management is also done, and environmental safeguarding, because we know that whenever there is the common resource that is being used for the everyone, no one take responsibility, and we know we want something, we always need someone that can take the responsibility, and UN clause will be taking the responsibility. Okay, so this is all about from this side. Next important news is the Ugadi, and you should know this festival. This is from the southern India, and particularly Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. This is here. It is celebrated, and it is celebrated as the beginning of the Hindu New Year. So please remember this. And it is considered that it is the day when the Lord Brahma created the universe. Okay. So this is here. You should know. Next important news, that is the wind speed monitoring device to be installed along the high-speed rail corridor. So we are going for this. And what is the use of this? This will help us into the monitoring and safeguarding the train, this train that is going to be employed into this bullet train initiative. Okay, so we are going to we have completed the first leg of the bullet train, and here it is given that what will be the area. Just give me 1 second. There it has given. So here it is given the basic concept of the anemometers. So they are for the knowing the speed of the wind. So it's measured the wind speed. So please remember, here it is given that it is being installed on the Mumbai Ahmedabad high speed rail corridor, and already we have completed the first leg, and here it will try to monitor that the speed is either between the 0 to 252 kilometer per hour, and it will help into the facing the wind gust that is on the coastal area. So we should know this is the anemometer, and here it is given the different parts. Wind speed on the LCD display takes place here. This is the cups. Okay, so here it is given. So you should be very careful about all these things. There is the different type of the anemometer. One is the cup anemometer, hot wire anemometer, sonic anemometer and the laser Doppler anemometer. So please remember all this type and they use their feature. Okay. Okay, so you should know that where they are going to install this anemometer. In the Maharashtra they are going to install into the Desai Khadi, Ulhas River, Bangla Panda, Vetorna River and the Dhahanu suburb. So please remember in the state pieces they can ask. Okay. So only thing you can do is the repeated revision. In the Gujarat, there is the 9 location and mostly on the river. So just you should know the major rivers such as the Tapi. Yes, they have installed. Narmada, they have installed. Okay. So Mahi River, they have installed. Okay. Sabarmati River, they have installed. This is the Daman Ganga River and Par River. So mostly on the river 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rivers. Remaining 3, the Navsari suburb, okay, Baraja, and in the mid section of the Bharuch, Barodara. So only 3 places that is not on the river, otherwise the 6 on the river. So if there is the river, you should go and you should opt for that. So here it is given that the initial segment of this bullet train that I was talking project that is going to be completed by the 2026. So this is our expectation. Okay. This has become very viral scene that the police personnel they are handling one of the journalists and he is the very famous journalist Arun Thakur and this is during the coverage of the protest by the AAP members, AAP workers, party workers. So here this has become so much viral. Okay. Next important news that is very important for the mains, it is talking for a cry for the help, a call for the reflection and the action. So it is talking about what is the condition of the students and those of the educational system that create the stress on the student. This is in the context of the continuous suicide cases and one of the suicide case that comes from the quota recently. And after that there has been so much hue and cry that what is the system, why there is so much suicide cases. So here it is given that yes, it is due to the stress often culminated into the suicide. This is the thing. Okay. So here after that it is given that the data from only the one city, the quota, this is the case, reported death. Okay. Overall there has been the death that is the near about into the thousands. In the 10 years near about the 95,000 has been died. This is the case. See, this is the case of the quota 2 lakh students. They go to prepare for the JEE and the NEET and this has become, the quota has become the hub of and economic base and this is generating the 10,000 crore of the revenue on a annual basis. This is the quota, just a 2-tier CD. Okay, so this is the condition and here there are the lot of lacuna and that is lot of pressure that is resulting into the pressure. So here this article is talking about the pressure from the parents, pressure from the societal expectation, pressure from the performance of the student, and all this thing is going into the ultimate escape from all this thing is the suicide. Besides that, the job market is not providing the sufficient job for these students. This is creating the other cause of the suicide. Okay, so here it is the case of the quota that what are the safeguard that has been provided. The safeguard step that is taken by the authority is the anti-suicide feature of the hostels, such as they have brought the devices on the ceiling fans so that they could know before there could be the alarm, there could be the prior warning before the such steps taken by the student. Okay, so here iron a grill on the balcony so that there could be the immediate risk operation can be taken. Okay. So this has been provided. Beside that, we have seen that the local government of the quota, they have halted the routine testing because the routine tests create a lot of stress on the mind of the student. And the only solution for this is the please to create a gap. Otherwise, the frequent number of the tests also result into the frequent depression. Okay, so after that, we have seen that the hostel staff, they are receiving the training, and these include the mess administration training, psychological support, and the behavioral counseling to the student. All that is trained. Okay, beside that, there has been the very good initiative. This is known as the Darwaje Pe Dastak, knock on the door, and this is particularly for the hostel warden, and he will go and knock and try to know the situation, try to know how the what the student is facing, whether everything is fine. So this is under the Darwaje Pe Dastak. Beside that, the kitchen workers, they have also been provided with the skills such as the they can know, they can report if there is the case, they feel that the student that is coming into the mess, he is not taking the proper food and he is skipping the his diet and his food. So he can report, he can notice. Okay. So we have seen that near about in 2012 only 13,000 Indians students, they have taken the suicide, this path of the suicide, and this trend is continuously increasing because it was the 10,000, after that it increased to the 12,000, and now it has reached the 13,000. So continuously this trend is increasing. Okay. The thing is that now half of the population of India, they are above 50%, 53%, and this is making India as a demographic dividends. But the thing is that they are not properly skilled, and that's why they many a times result into the demographic disaster as well. So and there could the chances that in the mains, in the essay, they can ask that this demographic dividend can be turned into the demographic disaster. So you can give all these example. Dearth of the viable job opportunity. This is the other region, and this increase the competition. There is the one seat, and the people are the thousands, lakhs. For example, for just take the examination you are preparing for the UPSC, there is a 1,000 seats, near about the 6 lakh people at least they participate. Near about 8 lakh people, 8 lakh students, they fill up the form. So this is the case, just out of 100, just one are going to qualify, even less than one. Okay, so this is the case, you should be very careful. Education system is other cause for this. Limited job opportunity, scarcity of the government seat, and the high fee for the private institution. Because we all, in the case of the engineering or the MBBS or the MBA, all we go try to go for the this premier institute and government institute where the fee are less, and there is the more chances of the job opportunity placement. So there is the very limited seat. For example, again, take the IIMs. Their numbers is very low. AIMS, their number is very low, but the student, those who are participating in this competition, that is very high. And beside that, okay, so here it is report from the All India Survey on the Higher Education, and it's talk about that only 21% of the college are the government, and the majority, near about 80%, that are under the private entities. This is the case. Okay. And one more thing you should know, approximately 61% of the global suicide, that is the from the Asia, and in the Asia, India is on the top position. Okay. We have seen that the faculty members, they also chastise that they create the competition. They create a tendency of the competition that everything if you are not able to achieve, nothing is there, you will die. You have no existence. Such type of the negative mindset they create, and that's have the very negative repercussions. So there should be the cases, there should be these faculty members also, they need to get the training, because they should be trained that please convey the student that this competition, this post is not just a way, this is just a mean to achieve some goal, and that goal of the life you can achieve by the other means. So please try this mean. If you are not able to get the success, you could contribute the society, or you can live a better life by the other mean as well. This is not the end of the life. So the way they convey, that's give a sense that if you are not able to qualify, your life doesn't matter, you do not exist. Okay. Society and family expectation. The parents, the parents, they create lot of pressure on their children, irrespective of the knowing the mental stress, mental condition of their child. Okay, so this is the thing. The second thing is the societal expectation, like your neighbors, your all relatives, they start asking that what happens, what was the result. So this type of the tendency you also face, that more than you concern the result of you are concerned, or they are more linked with this. Okay, so they want to know, and this is not into the for the positive sake. They are just to the sake of the jealousy. This is the condition. Okay, so here we see that the parental imposition of the academic performance, and this result into the emotional detachment. And if such condition happens, means like the your parents only have the your relationship with respect to the result, your performance into examination. The other relationship, other aspects of the relationship that get suppressed, that die. Okay, and its result into the societal expectations sideline a student's individual interest. So they do not try to care about the what the student want. And we will see, we will watch the clip of a very beautiful movie on this. This is the Atare Jamipe, that is a favorite movie for me itself. So we will see some of the scene that explain this expectation in a very clear cut manner. Okay. So failure to meet the parental expectation, this gives a sense of humiliation, dejection. Okay, so it's give desperate, and it harassed the student, and is ultimately the student believes that the only escape route is the suicide, and this result into the suicide. So what is the solution? We need to create an atmosphere of the empathy and acceptance. This is the thing we need to create. Okay. And we also need to bring this interpersonal bond that has been sacrificed. We need to bring this. Okay. Okay, so pupils from the socioeconomically, the thing is that those who are from the categories such as the SC, ST and the lower caste, they have the other pressure, they have the discrimination, they face, even they get the success into the IIT and IIMs or the IIMs. When they reach into these institutions, this doesn't become the more exploitative, more stress creating. In those colleges, they are discriminated and they are treated very badly. That they have come here not for due to their own hard work or the skill or their talent, but they are treated that they are here only due to the reservation and seats reserved for them. But the thing is that from that level and from that situation, there comes this gives a sense that they are much better than those from the coming from the without the jobs category. So if you will put yourself on the place of that, you will feel that despite they were studying, they were also facing the discrimination and yes, the such thing from the society. So they are facing the more hardship, and their suicidal is into these higher premier colleges as well. We have seen that the many of the Dalits who have suicided into the different IITs and AIMS, IIMs. So this is the condition. So let's see a clip from this beautiful movie that is the. Okay, so this is the case that we all want to stretch the finger to increase the length. Despite we break the finger. So this is the main theme, and this is happening in the reality into the every area of this society, and this is into the India. This is on the peak. So you can see that we can write a mains answer. This is very beautiful topic. So please write the answer. We have the approach as well. Analyze the role of the parental control, emotional detachment and societal norm in shaping student experience. Recommend the strategies to foster a supportive environment that encourages holistic development and mitigate the adverse effect of the societal pressure on student. 250 words, 15 marks. So please write. So please understand, it is talking about analyze the role of parental control, emotional detachment and the societal norms. So you can start your answer, you can introduce your answer with the bringing what is the condition, the recent context and the tendency of the society with the data and the facts already provided. Then you should bring their roles, okay, and how they are creating the stress. And after that you will bring the strategy so that we can be reduced. So we have seen that so many strategies already we have seen that is applied into quota, like the darwaje pe dastak, okay, the reducing the stress by the helping the student to choose their interest. They can go into their interested area. Beside that, we can help them to acquire different type of the skills so that they do not give and rush to the one particular area or the some specific area. Okay, so all this thing will be the strategy, and after that we will go with the how we can mitigate and we can conclude. Okay, with this suggestive note that we can conclude with the summarizing whatever we have given the suggestion. So this should be the your approach. Please write, and we will upload the model answer so that you can match that whether your approach is right or not. Self evaluation is also a very good thing. Okay. Next important news is with respect to the UNSC resolution that is for the ceasefire into the Israel and Hamas war. So here it is the pressure that is being created on the Israel and Hamas so that we can stop the war, and particularly into the month of the Ramjan. So this is the main thing. Okay, so here we have analyzed in this editorial, there is the analysis that what was the condition of the when the war started. When the war started, it was due to the attack from the Hamas, and there was the death of the 1,200 civilians from the Israel. So all the sympathy was with the Israel. But as the war process, as it was entered into the its worst scenario and in the worst situation, where now we have seen that the 32,000 Palestinians has died, and mostly they are the innocent women and the children. So here Hamas is there, that is existing, and still there is the war that is going on. So in the result is for the Israel that has not achieved anything. Besides that, it has torn the sympathy against the Israel due to this large number of the deaths, and even we have seen that the US also didn't vetoed. Okay, so this is the condition. Here it didn't vetoed but just abstain. So this is the scenario that is going on into the Israel and how it was started and what it has done. This is like the, for example, take the situation what is happening here. There was the failure from the Prime Minister Netanyahu in the intelligence and security, because when there was the attack on the Israel, think that this is the Israel, okay, Israel, and here it is the Gaza, okay, or the Hamas is here, okay. Here it is the Prime Minister Netanyahu, PM, and here this is the Hamas. Think that this is the family, this is the one family, this is the one member, this is the one member, this is the family Israel, okay. This one member is not good person, this one member is not good person, but this is the family, there is the innocent people, there are a lot of people, most of the members are the good, innocent, okay. They do not have any activities that is harming others. But this Hamas is not good, this PM that has its own self-interest, okay. So he going to hit this family, and there is the innocent people that are suffering from this as well. This person is also exploiting its own family. This person is also exploiting its own family. But when it attacks here, so on the name of the safeguarding this family, he attacked them. And he had done nothing to that. That is the final result. Now the Hamas is there existing. Okay. So this is the thing, whenever there is the battle, some people who use the power, they use the power, and the mostly innocent who face the exploitative and operation. Okay, so here this is the case. Okay. The next article, it is talking about what is the condition into the Odisha, the politics of the Odisha, where we see that that is going to face the assembly election as well as the Lok Sabha simultaneously. So here you should know that this is the Odisha and it has the coast, Bhubaneswar. Okay. This is the Naveen Patnaik. This is continuously Chief Minister of the Odisha for the very long time. So here the thing is that they had the alliance, but this time they are going to alone, because they have become the rival to each other. The rival party Congress that has reduced to the distance third number. Okay, so here now it is the condition. There is the 39% vote share by the BJP and 43% that is from the from the BJT, Biju Janata Dal, and the Congress that has reduced to the third number. So here they are facing that they can become a BJP think that now the head of the BJD, that is the Navin Patnaik, and he is now facing the age related issue, and he will going to replaced by the someone new young generation that will replace him. So the thing is that BJP think that we should take the benefit of the situation, we should capture the power at the chief ministerial post. Now the Congress has only 13.4%. Otherwise, it was the coalition of the BJD and BJP, and in the opposition it was the Congress. Now the Congress is nowhere into the scene. It is only the BJD and BJP that has remained in the scene. This is just that is the sufficient relevant to for you to know. Otherwise, mostly this is the political news. Okay. Next important news that we are going to discuss is the democratic political process is broken. Here it is mentioned that all these the platform and the sites where the consensus building and collaboration was taking place, now that was not intact. So here it start with the condition that we are facing with the different institutions such as the media, civil society and political parties. So we see that the democratic politics aims at the constructive collaboration, but now we see that there has been the biased natures, there is the single point agenda that is going on. Okay. So the traditional consensus building sites like the public discourse, civil society and political parties hinder the cooperative efforts in the present scenario. Okay. So here what is the main thing that is disrupting the thing? The first thing is that the loss of credibility into the institutional news media. And now the rise of the social media that want to be viral, they want visibility, they want attention of the sites. Okay, so this is the thing that has hindered the dialogue process and the hyper partisanship. Okay, so there is the factional interest. They will show the interest of the one group or the other group against the other group. Okay, one group will be there will be the controversy. There is not that they are talking, they are coming onto common ground. There is no win-win situation. There is the zero-sum game. One's loss will be the result into the other's win. There is no point of winning the both sides. So this has been the due to this fragmentation. This is the due to the dysfunctional status of all this thing. Recently we saw that civil society that is known as the conscience of the society, now that has not remained, and they have shifted their dependency onto the state. And this is the case where they have not legitimacy, they have not that much legitimate to bring the political change at the ground and the grassroots level. Okay. So here the civil society, they try to bypass the political process, and now they are also going through the judicial and bureaucratic route. For example, there is the PIL cases. Okay, so in the PIL cases, they directly approach to the Supreme Court and they try to get the orders from the Supreme Court. So this is also not making the ground for the or the awareness into the masses with respect to different issues. Okay, here we talk about the political party, and that's if you will go for the elected representative, they are the people who are directly connected with the people. But the thing is that now there is the one heroic figure and the a party symbol. That is the where that you have to show the loyalty. This elected representative, they do not have the independent standing. Okay, so we have seen that due to this defection law, they can also not go against the party line. But that's why there is the debate that even into the defection law there need to be bring some changes. Okay, so here you should know our ability to come together. Okay, so now we see that the top-down structure of the political parties. Okay, civil society, now they have the diminishing its ability to intervene with the politics, and all this is due to this dysfunctional aspect of the civil society, political party and the media. So this is all about you should know this. You can take this stand by the writing a good essay. Whenever such type of the philosophical essay that comes the role of the dysfunctional role of the media or the civil society or the political party. So this you can use in all these area. Okay. Next important news that we are going to take is the set the wheels in the motion for the cyclist manifesto. So here it is. This writer is talking about how the cycling has impacted the different areas such as the number of those who student that are joining the college and schools, those who are participating into the examination, less and a reduction in the number of the those who are dropouts. So all that has been impacted by the this cycling tendency, and we have seen that in the last 10 years there has been the increase into the cycling, and yes, it has been increased from the 48% to the 55%. So this is the scenario. Besides that, we have seen that the states like the Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal, there has been the increase, phenomenal growth into the cycling. Okay. So here the cycling to the school increased from the 6.6% to the 11%. Okay. So now we have seen that the mostly this increase into the cycling, that is into the rural area, that is expected. Okay. And yes, there has been the increase in the cycling due to the state government. They have promoted this cycling and the bicycle distribution schemes such as the Bihar. We have seen that there has been the quadrupling of the cycling to the schools. Okay, so this is the case with West Bengal. Also, we have seen that the West Bengal Sabuj Sathi scheme. Okay, so here there has been the increase into the cycling. Okay, what they are able to achieve. Now we have seen that that has impacted the children's life, especially where the school are far away, and yes, this is not able to reach by the walking in the feasible way. Okay, so the Bihar cycling distribution aimed at the goals in the class 9 led to the increase in the enrollment and the exam appearance. Same is the case with the Karnataka, and we have seen that in the Karnataka there is the Sakti scheme, and it has increased the travel by the daily bus ridership. Okay, so it is talking about the transportation, and wherever we will provide some of the provision and incentive, they are going, people are going to use that. Okay, so here recently we saw that in Uttar Pradesh provision of the free bicycle to the laborer. So this is the recent change. Okay. But the thing is that there has been the challenges, and most important challenge is the infrastructure challenge. And here we see that there is no separate lane made for the cyclist in the most of the urban area. And there is the cases that this person with the cycling, they are got stuck into this traffic at the different area where there is the they are the choke point, and we have seen that the fatalities of the cyclist is 40 times more than the car occupants. This is the other area. Okay, so what we need a dedicated cycling infrastructure, and we have lot of benefits of all these things. So we should be careful about for the infrastructure creation into the for the enabling the cycling. Okay. Next important news that we are going to talk is about the need to curb the black carbon emissions. So here we should know that what is the black carbon. So this is associated with the mainly whenever we burn any of the fuel, and this is not that much if there is the less burning efficiency, and alongside the emitted along other pollutant during the incomplete combustion. So it is due to incomplete combustion. If there is the there is the quality compromise into the fuel, there will be the more black carbons. So here we can reduce this by the reducing or the replacing the biofuels with the fuels such as the LPG. And so we can achieve our commitments such as the our net zero emission by the 2070. So this is our commitment. And besides that, we also want to achieve the installation of renewable energy of 180 gigawatt by the 2023 and 500 gigawatt by the 2030. So this seems achievable. Okay, so mostly this black carbon that comes from the residential sector, and it is 47%, and it is due to the cooking stove such as the cow dung or the straw. Okay, so burning of all this on the cook stove at the traditional cook stove. Okay, so this result into the emission of the black carbon. Okay, so we have seen that the mostly it is coming from the residential area. Second is the industries, 22%, then the diesel vehicle, and we have seen that we have decarbonized the transportation and the industry, but still this residential section from where the mostly this is coming. So for that we brought the PM Ujjwala Yojana, and this was started into the 2016. Okay. So under this we are providing the subsidized we provide the free liquefied petroleum gas, and at the initial stage we will provide the 1600. Okay. So what has been the achievement of that? We have achieved near about the 10 crore of the household has been provided with this LPG. This is the household, not the numbers of the member. Okay. So around 2.69 crore people here. This is the people. Okay. But the thing is that still most of them we provide the first time assistance after ownership. There is the very many of the chances that they are using the biomass. Still they were provided gas cylinder under the PM Ujjwala Yojana. Why? This is due to the price of the cylinders that has increased, and there has been the continuous increase into the price. And now even after the subsidies, the price level of this cylinder is near about 600 to 700. Even recently we saw that under the this election month, we have reduced, government have reduced the 100 rupees into this cylinder rate, but still it is unaffordable for the people who can easily have the access of the cow dung or the wood. Okay, so they will go for the biomass. So here, despite we have seen that there has been the provision of the 12,000 crore for this PM Ujjwala Yojana, but still we see that the half of the household, they are not fully able to replace this LPG. Okay. What are the other options we can provide? We can provide for the local production of the coal bed methane. That is the other option, that in the case of this is not that much costly as compared to the refueling of the LPG. Okay, so it is very important to show the India's leadership role into the reducing the emission of by the black carbon. Okay. India's sustainable. It is also important to achieve the India's sustainable goal to provide the affordable, clean energy for everyone. Okay, and even it will reduce the exposure to the air pollution, indoor air pollution, and it can prevent the 6.1 lakh of the death per year due to this air pollution. Okay, so these are the things that we can achieve if we will achieve this repletion of this black carbon. And yes, in that the government schemes such as the Prime Minister Ujjwala Yojana, and we can promote the coal bed methane. Okay, so here the coal bed methane, we can promote all this thing. It help us to achieve and reduce the death as well as the fatalities, and achieve the leadership goal, the leadership status of India. Okay, so you should know all about this. Is very important. Next important news is about this, can AI help in navigating the mental health? So yes, we can achieve this by the help of the artificial intelligence, because there is the natural language processing, and this is a branch of the artificial intelligence, and it's enabled computer to understand and interpret the human language, and that mirror the human comprehension. So by that we can reduce, if there is the reduced number of the health provider or the doctors into the mental health or the mental health, illness. So in that case we can take the help of the AI, and this will be the text-based platform, and it will be virtually mental health assistant. Okay. So it will provide the privacy and anonymity. So this is the most important thing, because in India we generally see that the people have the stigma with the mental health, and they do not want to disclose their illness of the mental health. So if you will provide the AI, this will provide its without disclosing this thing, and those who are suffering from the mental stress, they can do. Okay. So refraining thoughts and validate emotion, and providing the personalized care, especially in the absence of the human support. So this will be available for the any time, even when the human support is not available. And mental health requires the continuity into the treatment process. If there will be the gap, there will be the re-entry of this stress and everything. And okay, so in that case, we need a continuous support system, and this AI-based support system will be consistent. Okay. So what we need, the most important thing that we need to prioritize the safety and well-being, because there could be the misuse, there could be the violation of the privacy. Okay. And yes, in that case, there should be the proper standard, and that should be at the global compliance standards. Okay, so this is the responsibility of the government. So you can use this in the health sector, how we can use the AI into the mental health. Okay, so this is all about from the today's news. Just take few of the questions that we have covered from the topic. So let's solve this question. After that, we will conclude the session. First question. Civil society is best described as a branch of government that deals with the social welfare program, a network of independent organizations that promote social and political participation, a department within the United Nations focusing on the human rights issue, a group of individuals advocating for the specific political ideology. So what will be the answer? The correct answer, will it be the government? So it cannot be government. So one is incorrect. Second, a network of independent organizations that promote the social and political partnership. Yes, this will be the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Okay. So please remember, this is a department within the United States. No, this cannot be. A group of individuals that okay, specific political ideology. No, it could be the not specific. It could be the multiple, diverse. Which of the following is not a typical characteristic of the civil society? Okay, first, non-profit and non-government. Second, advocates for the social change and public interest, subject to the government control and direction. Promote citizens' participation and democratic value. How many of the above are typically characterized of a civil society organization? Only one, only two, only three, all the four. So it will be not under the subject of the government control and the direction. So it will be the only three. C will be the correct answer. Civil society organization can play a crucial role in first implementing the government policies directly. B. Second, monitoring government actions and holding them accountable. Third, providing essential service not delivered by the state. In how many of the above civil society organization can play a crucial role? Only one, only two, all the three, none. So here it will be the C, all the three where the civil society can promote. Yes, implementing the government policies, we have seen that the NGO working on the grassroots level and those areas where the government is not able to reach. So first is correct. Monitoring government action and holding them accountable. Yes, there is the so many civil society like that they are working into the environmental protection at the right group. They are all working and yes, they are holding the government accountable, providing essential services not delivered by the state. Yes, again, those who are not able to reach by the government or the machinery, civil society reach that. All three can be done by the civil society. Okay, so C will be the correct answer. Four, a major challenge faced by the civil society in India include excessive government funding and interference, difficulty in mobilizing resources and funding, lack of skilled and dedicated volunteers, limited opportunity for participation of policy making. Okay, a major challenge faced by the civil society. This is excessive government funding. This is not difficult to mobilize the resource and funding. So, yes, so D is the correct answer. It will be the limited opportunity for participation in the civil policy making. This is the main issue. Recently we have seen. Question number 5. What is the primary function of the anemometer? To measure the air pressure, to measure the wind speed, to measure the wind direction, to measure the humidity. Okay, here the answer will be B and C both. They are used to measure the wind direction, but the primary goal is the wind speed. So if it is asking for the best possible answer, so you should go with the B. Despite if there is the how many, then B and C both will be correct. Okay. Which of the following principles is not typically used into the anemometer? Okay, rotating curves that capture the wind and spin, heating and cooling of the wire filament due to the wind, measurement of pressure difference between 2 points, measurement of sound wave generated by the wind. So here D is the not correct. Only, oh, okay, so D will be the not typically used by the, so D will be the answer. So here we will conclude our session. We have covered most of the area that is relevant for the UPSC. So yes, thank you for joining the session. All the best. Jai Hind.